Hey there, this is Captain Horfe with Horfe Resonant Rise 3, episode 11. So, just wrapped up finishing up the raised bed thingies we were doing for the rest of the outdoor crops. I'll show them to you real quick once I put some of this stuff away. Yeah, see? Looks very much nicer, doesn't it? I think so anyway. Alright, cool, so, um, get some apples here. We should have some real crops coming in soon, so we'll have better food options. What else? We're gonna get back to work on big reactors. So, I think, now one thing about what I'm gonna do is I'm not actually going to build any, this thing is not gonna have windows and stuff. It's just gonna be solid block. And I'm just gonna have one control rod. It's gonna be very simple. Might change that to 3 later, we'll see. But for now, I just want a basic functioning reactor. And then once we close this off, we're going to have to knock out a few spots for stuff. So, there's the basic reactor. So I think I'm going to want the control, what's it called? What else can I make out of you? Reactor controller. Reactor power tap, coolant port, we're not going to worry about. Access port we need, breadnet port, meh. Control rod. We do need control rods. Alright, so let's start with the reactor controller. We're going to need one of those. So I'm going to need diamond, redstone, yellorium. Power tap, I need redstone. I'm trying to think of what else I might need to grab. A chest and a piston. That's good for now, and graphite. Now, strangely, when I cook this yellorium, what I get is this green stuff called uranium that's supposed to be equivalent. You can use it all in the same recipes, so I'm not going to complain. It comes from advanced solar panels, according to Wayla. I don't know what the deal is there. We're just going to get a bit of it together. Ought to be enough to get started. We're going to grab a diamonds. And what else did it want? Let's see. Diamonds. Yep, redstone. Definitely want to grab some of that. So, reactor controller. Check. We also need a power tap. Check. We're also going to need not a coolant port. We will need an access port, so we're going to need a chest and a piston. So wood. Oh wait, this is chiseled. Wood. Cobble. Iron. We upgrade this, get this, we can make a piston, good. Might as well make a few just because I'm always making pistons, it seems like. And then we also want to make a chest. And then upgrade. Get some of this, access port. And what else do we need? Rednet port we don't really need. Control rods, we're going to need one. So let's make that. Oh, what are we missing? What are we missing for the control rod? Graphite? Yeah, let's grab the graphite. Graphite. Try that again. Control rod. Just one for now. And we're going to need the actual, not glass, cyanide reprocessor, computer port, rednet port, control rod. Where is it? Actual yellorium fuel rod. Okay, it takes iron, graphite, and yellorium. I have the iron on me. I have the okay. I should have what I need. We're gonna make 2 of these. Alright, so that's enough to go back down here and start placing some stuff. So, God, I don't want to throw a light in here while I'm working in here. Fuel rod's gonna go there, right? Or control rod, I mean, goes here. The fuel rod goes here. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should need to build another one. I'm good at simple math. Make one more. So, this episode's gonna pretty much probably be dedicated to playing with this big reactor and seeing what kind of setup we want to go with. I always want there to be room on top to get on here. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we've got our fuel rod, and it's going to use 3. So, if we seal that back, I think I need to take the torch out, or it's going to complain. So if I seal this back up, with the casing, and then I want, I think the controller will go here. I think the power tap's going to go here, because right next to this I'm going to have a capacitor bank. So, controller, access port. Where's the power tap? I thought I made a power tap. Oh, there it is. Power tap. Alright, it's already saying it's a legit... Oh, until I did that. It looks like it's already saying it's a legit reactor. No. What's it missing? I think we're going to need a power tap. Or a place to put... So we're going to put an access port over here. This is where the yellorium will go. Oh yeah, no, it's legit. Alright, so right now there's no coolant whatsoever. So let's throw some of this uranium in. And let's see what kind of trouble we can cause. Turn her on. Alright, core heat goes shooting up right away. It's astronomically high. We're getting about 560 RF per tick, and we're using about 0.084 millibuckets. I'm just going to take notes real fast over here. 0.084, 100%. Alright, so that's pretty weak. And then 563 RFT. Alright, so that's not so great. Now, one thing you should be able to use to distribute heat is iron blocks. I hope I still have enough iron left. Shut up. I'm not going to have enough iron left. I'm going to have to get more iron. Or I could just skip right to water. I think we're going to skip to water. I think I have a water tank in storage, right? Where does the open block stuff go? Yeah, so here's a tank full of water. And... see, I'm curious if iron blocks work better, but... sorry, I'm flipping around a bit. Need a bucket. Alright, so... one of the simplest things you can do with one of these to kind of cool it off a bit is... give it the drink. So, put a water there. So, one water source block at the top of each one of these is how I roll. So, flowing water is just as good, turns out, as source water as far as cooling goes. So, oops. This is why people like to build them with glass, so that you can see the pretty water inside your things, but I don't really care that much. Alright, full of water. Let's seal her back up. And let's take this guy. Alright, so now it's full of water. Let's fire up again. And yeah, we're getting a little bit less casing heat. So let's see. Power is about the same. It's getting up to about the same. Millibuckets per tick is about the same, to be honest. And the reactivity is about the same. Slow and short, that didn't do diddly. I mean, look, we're generating 562 RF per tick. That's pretty good. I'm just wondering if there's a way we can make this system a little less wasteful. So I think to do that, I mean, yeah, the stats are almost identical to the other one. The water doesn't really seem to help at all. So yeah, let me put together a little plan and go from there. Alright, so I went out and I did the mining I needed to get, I think I need 12 iron blocks all told to try the metal route. The water I'm not impressed with. I know other fluids work better, but what we're going to do is we're going to use metal to conduct heat towards the case, which should hopefully supposed to slow down the fuel consumption. We'll see what it does. In the case of water, it did not do much. There was no noticeable difference from what I could tell. And get rid of this guy and it should form. Okay. Now let's turn this guy on one more time. Oh god, we never turned it off. Alright, let's turn it off. Let everything cool down. Luckily we haven't chewed through much of this, I don't think. Yeah, we've gone through one piece of uranium. So, not a big deal. I think it's down to zeros. Alright, let's fire this up with the metal blocks. And I got my numbers from the dry run. Let's see what happens. The cooling is definitely appearing to... The casing cooling is definitely better than it was, or casing heat, I should say. So, and we're actually getting, wow, we're almost getting double the RF. Yeah, we went from 563 RF to 1.2K RF just by throwing some iron blocks in there. Same fuel usage rate, but it doesn't matter because we're generating a lot more RF per ticks, and the temperature is not as extreme. So, and actually, look at we have a good balance of heat there. If I'm reading this right, it's not really getting too hot, and it's generating a lot of RF per tick. So this is the design I'm going to go with. 1.2K RF per tick is, what have I got? Right now I'm running a sag mill at 40, so that's like 30. I'm sorry, Stirling generator. Stirling generator is doing 40 RF per tick, so yeah, this is the equivalent of about, I'd say, 30 Stirling generators. Yeah, it's a lot more power. And its buffer's almost full, so I'm just going to shut it off. This is the reactor design I'm going to go with. It's just going to be cooled with iron blocks. Very, very simple. Kind of left room up here to fiddle with the control rods, although I'd have to raise the roof one more, and I think this is, unfortunately... Oh no, it's not completely. I think yeah, we could... No, we could not. So I have to figure out how I'd reach these control rods. Might have to write a computer program to do that, if nothing else, or use redstone. But that's not a problem. Alright, the reactor is looking great. It's generating a lot of power. We just need to wire it up basically to the main base, and I might move the power tap over here. Yeah, I'm thinking I might do that, just because... Let's see, where are the machines? Quit being a doofus. The machines are on this side, so yeah, I'm definitely going to put the power tap on this side, run it up here, and we'll power some machines. I might put the power tap in the roof. Anyway, I'll figure that all out. Alright, so now that we've got power generation, we need a big battery to charge with all that generation. I don't want to actually plug it directly into machines. So I see that Ender IO was changed, so now there's basic, there's like tiers of capacitor banks. I'm going to go for the mid tier, which is closest to what I know. So we need 4 double layers per, and each one of these takes 2 of the smaller capacitors. So, and I would like to make at least 3. So, math. 4 times 2 is 8, times 3 is 24. So let's see if we can make 24 basic capacitors. That's going to require probably like 12 gold, I think. Maybe not quite 12 gold, but we're going to turn 12 gold into nuggets. We're going to get some copper. We're going to get some redstone over here. And then we're going to see what we can do. So, how many of these can we make? 20. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. Because I already have one. And actually, I already have 4 more. So I could say... So 16 will become 8. That should be able to make 3. That's 2. So if I have 4 more, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I'm not a complete muppet on my math, we should be able to make more, an even amount. So I need that coal powder, because I believe... Oh, and then we're going to have to make electrical steel, apparently. That's the one thing that's changed. Made this recipe harder. So that's just iron, pulverized coal, and silicon. So we've got some pulverized coal here, and then we just need some iron. And we're going to need 4 per, so I need at least 12. Let's do 12. So we're going to put this in alloy mode and go iron, coal, and the last one is silicon. Where is my... I never use silicon, so I don't know where it goes. There it is. And silicon. And that should make us up 12 electrical steel. So the other thing I'm going to need is 3 redstone blocks, so that's not too hard. We're low on everything. 1, 2, 3. So I think we're just waiting on the electrical steel. Oh no, we actually have to upgrade these. So next step is 2 energetic alloy per, shit, and coal powder. So for 20 we're going to need 20 energetic alloys. So we're going to need 20 gold. Oh, we're so low on gold. 20 gold, 20 redstone, and 20 glowstone. 30, 16, 17, 20. That'll make the 20 energetic alloy we're going to need. This is almost done. So this is Gilorium, basically. I might have mentioned that already. It's just what it cooks into in this mod pack for some odd reason. It's alright though, it still works. Alright, once this is done, now we need the energetic alloy, so these, get to work on those. The great thing is, once we go through all this, if we do 3, and let me see, 4, I'm going to have 10, 12, yep, exactly enough. Should have exactly enough of everything, which usually ends up meaning I missed 1 or 2 of something and I have to wait and make another one. But we're going to have 15 million RF storage, and then we're going to plug that sucker right into here. So this thing will be cranking out its whatever it was, 1.2K RF per tick into this battery, And it's going to be beautiful. Instead of 400,000, how about 15 million? Alright, I've got the 20 energetic alloy. Should be able to make 10 of these. Excellent. And then I have... Uh-oh. What am I missing? Well, you know what? Just draw me the recipe. So my blind eyes... Okay, you know what it is? It's the electrical steel. It's right here. Try this again. Capacitor bank. 3 capacitor banks. Excellent. So, let's go place these down here. What the hell was that? I'm going to put it right here. Reason being, this might go out to a 7x7 at some point. And I want to make sure there's room. On the other hand, it might not. This might not get any bigger because this is not, you know, I'll need a bigger base for more, probably more power gen needs. So, I don't know. I haven't figured it out, but this is a safe place to put it, I guess is what I'm saying. So, if we look at this, it's got IO is 15,000 RF per tick, which is golden. And it holds, yeah, 15 million RF. So there's already power in here, quite a bit. Okay, so since this thing, let's remember, this thing was cranking out, we're going to waste a little RF here to see what the, because it's already full. But I need to remember about what it hits. And it looks like it hits about, yeah, 1.2 thousand RF per tick. Oops. So, that means if we look at the indoor IO conduits, let's see. Energy conduit does 640, so that's already automatically out. This one does 510. This one does 20,000. This one's pretty expensive to make. It requires interpearls. I think we're going to be fine with this one for a little while at least. So we're going to need a conduit binder. So conduit binder, gravel, sand, and clay. Clay! Oh my god, do we have clay. I don't think we have any clay at all. But I have a plan. Alright, so I'm going to need a Runa Earth. So I need 2 more mana steel. 1, 2, 3. And then we need a mushroom, right? And then we need a block of coal and a stone. Smack it with the wand. Go get living rock. So we're out of runes of earth. At some point I'm just going to crank out a bunch of the basic runes, like rapid fire, off stream probably, because they're really cheap to make. They just take time. Rune of Earth. Alright, so cyan petal, gray petal, light gray petal, 2 light gray mana petals, 1 gray mana petal, and a Rune of Earth. Yeah, should get us the Clayconia. Sweet. Had a little creeper incident here, if you might notice. So I got a Clayconia. I'm gonna grab some sand. Do we have any sand? We have a stack of sand. Beautiful. Clayconia has one simple job. And for me, I had a lot of trouble finding clay. You remember how barren my start was. I had all that hardened clay. I couldn't find real clay anywhere. But Clayconia's got our back. Put sand in front of it, turns it into clay. So we're going to use this to get a ton of clay. And it just uses some mana, not very much. And I'm basically going to turn this whole stack into clay. Let's put that magnetization ring back on. Oh, where is it? Must be in my bag of tricks. Put that guy back on. Thank you. And then sand we can easily make. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, now we have a stack of clay. Oh, we have more in the stack. Alright, cool. So now we have the clay we need to continue with some of the things we need to build. Yeah, I'll just take this guy for now. He doesn't need to be out all the time. Alright, so with the clay I was able to make this conduit binder. It's takes clay, gravel, and sand. Gravel and sand I can manufacture. Gravel's easy to get a ton of. Clay has been a bitch for me to get, but there you go. Now I'm going to put this thing back in alloy mode, and we are actually going to make our first bit of wiring. So once this is cooked up, I'll take the conduit binder and this energetic alloy. And again, this is gold, redstone, and glowstone. Alright, for some reason we've got a different slot. Anyway, I believe it's this stuff down the middle, and this stuff above and below. That gets us 8 energy conduit, which should be, oops, do not lose the Clayconia. Should be enough for now. So the power tap's over here. I'm very simply going to run power to here, and let's see what happens. Alright, it's charging up. It's getting whatever was already in their buffer, which I think was a million? Was it 10 million? It's 10 million. That's pretty impressive. So that'll fill most of this up, actually. So, now we have that. Now we're going to have to make more to get it up here. But the next step is to run power up here. Now, I think there was a glitch with Chisel that's been fixed to do with the visuals on this. We'll see. But I basically want to run power into the wall. So I want the wall to be where the power lines are, so all the machines can be flat against the wall. So to accomplish this, I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, come here, you. 5. So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm probably going to need at least 2 more sets of that to really get cooking. So let me go ahead and make those. Alright, to really tie this build together, so to speak, there's a couple things I need to do. One is make a power monitor. I've already kind of gotten some of the stuff ready. So power monitor, machine chassis, the conduit probe I found in a chest. I made the low tier energy conduit, even though I'm not using them. It's needed for some recipes. Electrical steel, you've seen me make that. So, oops, what don't I have? Sometimes you just have to do it manually. The probe, I think, might be the reason why. If it's like a one-off item, sometimes that doesn't stack sometimes. Yep. Okay, and then the next thing I need is a bit of... Oh, first I need a reactor. Rednet port? No, just redstone port. Redstone port. That's just gold, reactor casing, and redstone. There we go. So what we're going to do now is go... And we were using this to make up a little more steel to repair my hammer. I'll just break it for now. It should be fine. So I'm thinking where will the rednet port go? I think the power monitor will go here. How do I want to do this? Let me take this cable from here, which we don't have enough to make it useful yet. I don't have my wrench. Normally you just wrench this up. I'll leave one to indicate the direction we want to go. And then we're going to be like 1, 2. Power monitor will go here. Actually, I want to think about when this is, because someday this is going to be bigger. So the power monitor will go here. And for now, we'll just run the redstone where we need to. So power monitor has a mode. Emit signal when storage less than 75% full. We're going to say when storage is less than 10% full. We're going to wait till it gets pretty low. Stop when storage is greater than or equal to 95% full. That way, as this thing cools down, it generates a bit more power, and I want to make sure that it has enough to accommodate that. Who turned this on? Alright, and this gives us information about it. Like it says right here, we have 15 million RF storage. And if you look, we have 15 million RF storage. Some power is getting lost to fill up this guy's buffer. He actually holds 100,000 RF himself. So it'll tell us how much power is in buffers, and it'll give us some throughput stats. Pretty cool. But the one really cool thing about it is it will emit a redstone signal based on how much power is left. And so I'm thinking I can just do this with regular redstone. I'm going to break this, and I'm going to put a rednet port, or a redstone port right here. And I'm basically going to tell the reactor set from signal. So the reactor will only be on when it gets a redstone signal. Right? Right. Now I have to think of a way to drain this thing. So right now it's losing power constantly, and I don't know why. It must be going to buffers in different devices. So the idea here is, and it's going to be a while before I can really test it, when this thing gets to about 10%, when this battery over here gets to about 10% of this monitor's, 10%, so basically when it gets to, 150,000 RF, this is going to set a redstone signal to this port that says turn the reactor on. The reactor is going to be off by default. But when this thing needs to charge up the battery, it's going to turn it on, charge up the battery, get it up to about 95% full, and then turn it off again. See, right now we're at -1 RF per tick, and I don't know why. Who knows? Anyway, so what I need to do next is run power up to the base. So real quick, I went mining for more gold, just because I need it, and I came across something I'm always happy to see. I've actually come across quite a few of them at this point. I'm just going to clear up the lava first. These are essence berries. Oh god. And that was the light source in here, so let's light it up a bit more before I have a heart attack. And these are basically experience berries. And we can use these bushes to grow a lot of them. I found about 9 of them so far, so I think that's going to bring the count up to 12. Very handy to have in quantity. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, I made some more of this stuff. If I'm not mistaken, I should be able to run straight out of the top of this. It's going to be a pain to place. Hold on. Oops, darn it. Alright, so it's running straight up, and that puts it right smack into the wall. And as luck would have it, it sticks right into the back of this energy cell. So that's kind of cool. But basically at this point, and I gotta do this safely because dangerous things exist outside, but let's see if we can get to it real fast. What's not letting me through here? That's odd. Okay, whatever. Let's do this one too. Okay. Ah! That's gonna help. Wow, that was just tragic. Ugh, let me clean that up. Alright, well here's the damn thing I was looking for when everything blew up. So, let's see. How much conduit I have? 21? Cool. So, with this conduit I should be able to be like... basically, provide power to any spot back here on this wall. And it goes through the battery first, so it's pulling battery power primarily. And so this looks a little ugly, but we'll fix that next episode. It should be safe. In fact, why don't I have enough left. I'm just going to do the rest of the wall. Perfect. 12s. Always bring your wrench when you do this. You don't have to take forever to break these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so the first 2 rows of any of these, you can pop a machine on it and it will have power. Great, well that's it for this episode. I know it looks a little scary, but it's a wall. And we'll make it look better next episode. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Gonna be really awesome now that we have lots of power to play with. Once this thing gets low, we're gonna test out this redstone setup and make sure it works. You know what? Picky. I'm gonna put it right. Yeah, cool. Alright, looks better. Alright, cool. See you guys next episode.